everyone, and welcome to another edition of Starting 11 here on the Let's Get Ready Network. I'm Adelia. That's my buddy Snark. It's Christmas Eve when this is going out. It is
Ooh,
not Christmas Eve when we are recording this. It's Christmas Eve,
ooh.
as people like to say.
Yeah, the most
Uh,
important Eve.
the most important, of course.
Yep.
And we're here to talk about Matchweek's, was it 17 of the
17.
season?
17. They're gonna
A
pile it
lot of
all up
goals
together
this
anyways.
weekend. A lot of
Well,
goals.
well, for some teams.
For
For
some
some
teams.
for some teams, nope.
Yeah,
Not
for
at
some
all.
teams, no. But for
Yep.
other teams, lots of goals this weekend.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, that last game. Okay, we'll get to that one. We're gonna start with just a regular sounding scoreline. It's a 2-1 game, but it's Villa beating City. City losing again. They're
Yeah.
ninth in their last 12 competitions. And at what time do we say these aren't ups? This isn't an upset.
This
This is
was
just
not an
how it is now.
upset. This was
Yeah.
just not an upset. Like, Villa played fantastic. City did not. And
City shows up for the last 10 minutes. That's it.
yeah,
Holland was nowhere. And we'll talk about the two goals quick. First, let's talk about Villa because they switched things and put John Duran out instead of Ollie Watkins. They look way better.
they look way better.
Way
Yeah.
better. He scored in their last 3 games. He gets the first one in this one. Yeah, that 2-on-1 Morgan Rogers. He was like it's like Santa giving him a little gift of a pass there or whatever. Showing it's not the time of year to be selfish. That's what Morgan
No.
Rogers thinks.
No.
Hands it over to Duran, scores a pretty easy goal. He gets rewarded for that. He gets his own goal in the 65-minute. Nice low shot to the far corner. City gets their goal. They were pressing. They had chances in the last 10 minutes. They weren't phenomenal chances, and nowhere on earth did you see a Viking-ish person. They get their goal, their only goal, in the 3rd minute of extra times from your reigning defending player of the year in the English Premier League, his first this year. So he's probably
Oh
going to
yeah,
be he'll
Phil
probably finish
Foden
second.
has to be the worst player to ever win that award for player of the season. Like
Yeah,
why? And he's been non-existent this year.
money counts more than votes. I
I
think we all know that.
guess.
I think we all know that. Yeah, City has been trash. I saw that one the picture of Pep almost looking like he's going to cry on the sidelines. That made me so happy. That
It
made
was
me
so
happier than
hilarious.
an orphan getting his parents on Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Happier than that. Pep crying. The best. The best. What's
Yeah.
also fun? Go ahead.
Did you see the Mark Goldbridge live stream of him semi-drunk after that game out in the woods
No.
calling for Pep to be fired?
Why would you want to fire him now?
I
Isn't
don't
he
know.
like a United guy? You want
Yeah.
because they all of Manchester can share in misery, and it's a lovely time at Christmas.
Wonderful. It's
Yes,
wonderful.
it's the most
City
wonderful
are
time of
down
the
to
year.
7th. This is fantastic. I love this.
They are now who we are. This is City. This is who City is. Watch them keep tumbling. Watch them
I
keep
saw a
tumbling.
wonderful comment on a YouTube video of highlights of the City game that just said, "This is the City I grew up with.
Yeah.
Things are normal again."
Who was it that said, Oasis are crap for 100 years? Oasis breaks up. They're great. Oasis gets back together. They're crap.
Crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I love having those Gallagher boys back together. So yeah, pretty remarkable stuff. Of course, Pep's not going in here, but no one's talking about the charges now. No one's talked about the rulings
No.
are coming. They have been so focused on how poor they've been on the pitch. Maybe this was all a ploy. Maybe it's like if we do poorly enough, people will forget about this other thing. It's the old magician's trick. Watch
Yeah,
this hand so
maybe.
you don't see what this hand is doing. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We're gonna
Who
find
knows?
out what that other hand is doing though, because those charges, that ruling's gonna come.
I heard that's coming in like January, but we're not going to know anything for a couple more years. But in that time, they'll be back in championship or, second division or whatever they're going to be. The nicest stadium in second division. Okay, let's keep going on because we could make
Okay.
fun, at the Christmas time. It's best to make fun of City. I think
It's so
they,
much fun right now.
they've had it coming. All right,
They have.
let's go to Portman Road. And those poor tractor boys got their teeth kicked in.
Yes, they did.
A Newcastle club that was actually involved and actually had their heads in the game, and they had it right from the beginning because it only took Alex Isak 25 seconds to score.
Yeah.
I can't believe they kept looking at it. Where in the world did they think that this was close? He was just
I
like a good
don't
foot runner.
know.
Anyways, didn't matter. It really didn't matter because he's going to add 2 more goals. Anyways, he gets a hat trick within 54 minutes. Jacob Murphy was the one who gets the I guess it was the third goal, but the fourth Newcastle goal, 32nd minute. Ipswich managed 2 shots on target.
It didn't even feel like that.
And it's against Newcastle. It's not
Yeah.
like, it's not like, oh, they're going to shut you down defensively. It's Newcastle. Newcastle leaks
Ips
shots on goal.
Ipswich just didn't show up.
They were not great. And now people, piranhaing around. Is that a word? Liam Delap and stuff like that. But he's disappeared the last few games too. I wonder if that'll make
Yeah.
that maybe push people back a little bit, at least money wise. The bank amount is dropping a little tiny bit. Alex Isak, 10 goals on the year.
Mm-hmm.
Through 15 games, not too bad. He's about on pace where he was at last year. I guess he had 21 and 30. So there you go. He's doing just fine. It seems
Yes,
like he was out for more than 2 games, though, doesn't it?
it does feel like he has been out for more than 2 games, but I guess not.
Nah, he's fine. Next, we're gonna go. I guess I was anticipating a good match here: Brentford and Forest. The good old, it's not the worst named place in English football, but maybe the second, the G Tech Community Stadium.
Yeah, not a great name.
Only maybe Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is probably worse, and it's way worse at that. Anyways, what was the last time anyone looked forward to a Brentford Forest matchup?
I don't know.
I don't know if it's
It's
ever
certainly been a
happened.
while since they've both been fairly decent at the same time.
I was just looking at when I remember when the second games were coming on, the second batch of games. I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to watch Brentford Forest. This could be good." And I was like, "I don't think anyone has ever said that sentence before, ever." Anyways, Bees were in control of the match for the first 30 minutes. Anyways, Forrest decides to fight back for 8 minutes and get rewarded. It's Nico Williams putting a ball through the box. This is going to happen a couple of times this weekend. Just through, there's 5 defenders watching it go. And
Yeah.
Ola Aina comes in from outside the box to run up to it and score. But there's guys ball watching. And there's going to be a few instances of this
Yeah.
weekend. I'd say so. Forest take a 1-0 lead on the road. They're very good at home, but they're gonna try and get some points here on the road. Next, it's the same kind of thing where Brentford keeps taking over it. 51st minute though, it's a long forced clearance, and it comes near Brentford's box. It's just an awful first touch by Keane Lewis Potter. And he sticks his
Mhm.
leg out and just goes right towards the box. In Anthony Elanga's pace, he takes it out a little tiny bit along the box before he kicks it, curls it in. Just this nice soft curl and stuff like that in there too. Mark Flecken. That's about reaches it. It's gonna have a nightmare about that night. Just right there.
Yeah.
Couldn't get to it. Oh well. Brentford does get a glorious chance. 61 minutes in, Christopher Iyer. What was he? 6 yards out at the top of the crease. Puts it into the ground. It comes up nice and hard. But Matt Sells is there, and what a good save this is. There's a couple of good saves by keepers this weekend.
Yeah.
The Bees had 64% possession, only managed 3 shots on net. Only 2 others besides that one. Where are they? This is
I
a
don't
team.
know.
This is not a team that's a bunch of lightweights. That's what Brentford does: score goals. I think
Yeah.
they third. I think they were third in the league in goal scoring this year. Anyways, first time they lose at home all season, and somehow Forest and the Christmas. I wouldn't say Christmas break because we're going to play 2 other times the next week. They're in 4th spot. Nottingham. It's Nottingham Forest I'm talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
Not Man City Forest or whatever. Also, I'm just going to say this, but going back to the Man City, a lot of people on Chelsea, what is it, Blue Sky or Instagram, keep calling them Stoke City, which is also very,
That's fabulous.
yeah. Okay, West Ham and Brighton. No scoring in the first half. We'll skip right past it.
No.
Second half. Estupinian, it's the 51st minute. Estupinian puts the ball into the box. Fabianski tries to punch the ball out, but Lewis dunks there. He just heads it first. It drops down to, what's this guy's name? Matt Weaver. I almost called him Wiener. That's why I had to take a double check. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's not Wiener. Matt Weaver. He knocks in his first Premier League goal ever. Congratulations to him. And I'm going to keep calling him Wiener for the rest of his career, aren't I? Damn it, I knew I was going to do that. Anyways, VAR trying to find dunk offside for this entire goal. Like, this VAR
I
lasted
didn't
a
know why
whole
this
while.
VAR check was so long.
It was ridiculous. Maybe some people just need a breather or something. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Because it only took Hammers 7 other minutes to tie it. Jared Bowen goes barreling down the pitch. He takes on 2 Brighton defenders. He puts the shot in from the top, like just outside the box, maybe just at the top of the box. It's saved. But a huge rebound, and it goes and it's headed in easily by Mo Kudus. Headed in easily because Estupinian was with him and had no interest at all in defending.
None
He was just
whatsoever.
he was just having maybe a chat while he was jogging beside him. It was terrible. Anyways, Brighton pushing. At least Brighton did push for a winner in this. They should have been doing this much earlier. But in the 81st minute, the Mente shot goes off a West Ham defender. It's going to go in the net, but it's saved. It's saved by Matoma's backside. Another case of a guy keeping a goal out with his butt in the Premier League.
That was crazy.
2 weeks in a row. Each team
Yeah.
take a point. Maybe Brighton deserved a little better. They weren't terrific.
Maybe.
Though.
Yeah.
They weren't terrific.
Neither team was that good.
I still don't know how Lopetegui's doing it. He's still safe. So, well, whatever. That's fine. Keep him there.
I kind of feel like
Lopetegui's
safe. I kind of feel like Lopetegui's safe because so many other teams have been much worse than West Ham is.
You have to start finding coaches now after this is done. It's like, who are we going to go for? Like Eric Ten Hag? I don't think that's going to work, guys. All right. You ready for your early Christmas present?
Yes.
All right. Palace and Arsenal at Selhurst Park. The week of Christmas, Adelia, and a kid named Jesus comes to save Arsenal.
Where's Gabriel Jesus been for the last year and a half? And then this week he just battered Palace twice because we battered them in the League Cup and then
it's a hat trick. Should have had a hat trick in this one as well.
Should have had a hat trick in this one.
I feel bad because I remember famously when we first started the show and we're picking the Golden Boot winner for what was that 2 seasons ago, and I'm like, Gabby Jesus has a great training camp for Arsenal. I think he's going to win the Golden Boot, and he has he hasn't been really healthy ever since then, but he hasn't been sharp either. But he's had a good week. He's had a good week.
A little bit of a different formation for Arteta in this one. He put Kai Havertz into midfield, put Jesus as the 9. That seemed to work okay. I don't think that'll be going on very much anymore
No.
now that Saka's injured,
Mm-mm.
and I don't know what we're gonna do because I don't know who's backing him up.
You have
Because
to make
Raheem
it 2
Sterling
weeks.
apparently has a knee injury, so
That is not the answer either, though.
he's not
Like,
the answer, but, like, I don't know who's
yes,
backing him up, so I
I
think what they'll probably do is they'll probably put Martinelli on the right and
would
put
imagine.
Trossard on the left, but
Mm.
they don't have any backup.
I'm just gonna go and take a quick peek, see who Arsenal has here coming up. They got Ipswich. They don't have to worry.
No, not worried about that one.
That- no, they don't have to
I
worry.
think
They
it's
get
I think it's
Brentford.
Ipswich Brentford.
They get
Yeah.
Brentford and they have to go to that hallowed GTAC Stadium
Yeah,
to
it's
do it.
Ipswich, Brentford, and then Brighton. So it's at Brentford and then at Brighton.
Right.
So, not super easy, but it could be worse. It could be
You
Chelsea and
guys could,
Liverpool back to back.
yeah, you guys could get some help right away, depending on how much dabbling you guys have been doing behind the scenes to try and get a striker. But like I said, you guys have to break the bank. You guys have to
Yeah.
pay the money and go get someone now,
Yeah.
and I think it's
It's also
pretty
it's
important.
also possible that they'll put Jesus out on the wing and play Havertz as the 9 and bring, like, Declan Rice back into midfield. I think that's a possibility.
There's a team that tried Havertz at the 9. Trying
We've
to
tried
remember,
Havertz at the
trying
9
to
a
remember
lot,
who
and
that
it's
was.
worked.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, better than he did for a certain other
he's
team.
I think he's played more as the 9 for Arsenal than he has in midfield.
Yeah, yeah, he shouldn't be. Yeah, he shouldn't be a 9 though. He's more of a, he should be in the Cole Palmer kind of 10-ish spot. But
Yeah,
like he's a soft 9. But
yeah,
whatever. You guys are going to be fine. Like you're going to get through Ipswich, and that's not a problem.
yeah,
You get the Brentford. And I think the problem there is going to be just as long as you're solid at the back. I think you're going to be fine against Brentford because they're
yeah.
gonna give up chances. So there you go. And
Same
then you
with
can always
Brighton.
get
I'm
some more.
not super worried about the Brighton game either, but it's just a matter of if we can score
Maybe
because
you guys want to go
defensively
get
we're pretty
Liam
solid.
Delap. Maybe you guys go get Liam
No, we're not gonna go get Liam Delap.
Who
I can
knows?
I can about guarantee that we are not gonna go get Liam Delap.
Yeah, no. I think you guys gonna go. Maybe someone a little more experienced than that. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
So his goal, like, back to the game. Jesus scores 6 minutes in. He absolutely clobbered the ball too, and I don't know what it was
yeah.
doing, just flying around. Ismail Assar is the one that ties it up in the 11th.
It was a very
Uh,
nice goal from Sarr.
it was a nice goal from Sar, and aside from that, I think Raya had a very good game. And that
Mhm.
it's not like Palace just didn't have chances. Raya was just better than them. Jesus then gets his second from an Arsenal corner. So I wrote down in my note, Jesus rises up. But of course, it was somebody else who rose up. He was actually just at the back. It was a nice shot, though. It was you could say it's almost a miracle how it goes. I got a feeling it goes
You're
through
working
everybody.
you're working
Yeah,
lots of Easter references into this Christmas.
yeah. I just had them on hand, and by the time Easter is Gabby Jesus going to be on the pitch? Who knows? He'll
Who
probably be
knows?
watching and waiting. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. This is where Arsenal has their mid-game nap.
Yep.
Like the next 20 minutes for Arsenal were terrible.
Mhm.
They were slow. This is where Mateta has a real good chance, and Raya's just way better. An awful foul by Gabriel was grabbing on and stuff because he got beat because he was too slow. Jurien Timber not throwing, like, taking forever to
Yeah,
throw
I
the
don't
ball.
know
The
what
dark art
happened there.
already, and you guys are up 2-1 against Palace. It didn't make any sense.
Nah, I don't know what happened with that 20-minute stretch, but
All that falls
then
to
they woke up
pieces.
again.
All that falls to pieces as soon as Jesus should have scored, but he hits the post. And absolutely no one decides to go for the ball and just watch Havertz go in and easily knock it in. Not even Kai
Yeah,
Havertz is gonna miss that one. I don't get
no.
the celebration with putting the ball in the shirt like pregnant Kai Havertz. You know what I mean? I didn't understand that.
Doesn't that usually mean his partner is pregnant?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
That's how I always interpret that.
I've stopped following Kai Havertz. Anyways,
Yeah.
second half, Martinelli, like Declan Rice comes on. Declan Rice, they just give the first half off to, which is nice. He comes on, he has a shot, nice shot. Martinelli comes in, just tips it, which is a hockey style goal you don't see very often in football, but Cam's good goal for Martinelli, and it doesn't matter because Declan Rice is also going to score by the end of this thing. He only has 45 minutes. He gets on to 2 goals. Not too bad for Declan Rice. So, Palace actually had one more attempt than Arsenal in this match. They had 15 shots at. Each team had 6 shots on target. The only problem is these guys let 5 of them in.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that Palace did wrong in this game. They left 5 goals.
Palace has been playing a lot better.
They've been playing better.
I even thought they were still playing well in this game. It's just that they let the goals in.
Yeah, like when that Havertz goal goes in, when they had the momentum, when it just stopped everything. That's when the game ended for Palace. They were like, now we just have to get through it. We had our chance.
Yeah.
They should have taken their chance. Like that Raya save on Mateta was fantastic.
Yes.
Moving on to the first of 2 scoreless matches this week.
It was a match.
This one, yes, Fulham and Southampton. Fulham don't get a point versus the Saints at home. That's not inspiring.
I mean,
football.
they did get a point against the Saints.
Well, I'm sorry. They still give up a point to the Saints at home, which isn't inspiring, especially because they were in pretty decent form going into this thing. But you know, sometimes
Southampton looked a little better defensively.
Yeah, and this is under their
first clean sheet of the season, I think.
This is under their caretaker manager too, because they hire Ivan Juric. I think they already had him in place or whatever for this, but
he was there. He just wasn't managing.
Yeah, he was hired. He's here to shepherd the Saints. He's given, I said, an optimistic 18-month contract. I think that's optimistic.
I think that's very optimistic.
Yeah, he of course Juric was let go from Roma earlier this year. So he goes from one mess to another. At least no one's going to notice in Southampton. It's somebody else's mess. He's just there to clean it up for the rest of the year, take a paycheck. Good for him.
Yep.
The other one, Everton holds Chelsea to a scoreless draw.
This was surprising, even after they held Arsenal like the week before. Like,
yeah. First, conditions terrible in Liverpool. Say that. I'm giving Chelsea no excuses. Second, Chelsea aren't good against teams that have no inkling of winning. When a team decides they don't want to win, they just don't want to lose. Chelsea doesn't play very good. Mm-hmm. So all Everton does is come back. And now we've done better. Like this year, we've been certainly better at beating teams like this. Everton, of course, has had however many years of practice at this form of football. And, maybe if the pitch is a little better, Chelsea wins this game. Maybe if Nicholas Jackson wasn't Nicholas Jackson and blow 2 fantastic shots, maybe this is a little better. If guys slipping, it was just a mess. It was a mess. The final whistle goes. I wasn't angry. I wasn't mad that we just dropped 2 points to Everton. I was mad that I had to watch 90-something minutes of this football because it wasn't good. Cole Palmer was in the pocket for the first half. He started to find some room in the second half, and then a couple of shots. Matchweek comes on finally, 80th minute, has a couple of tries. There's something about Matchweek's attitude that I just don't like. Like, there's an air of selfishness about it, which is great if you're a striker. He is not a striker. He's a winger. He has to think about getting the ball into the middle. He takes too many weird shots. Anyways, Chelsea came in with their two center backs out, so they had to switch things around. I do not like seeing Axel Disasi on the right side and moving forward up the pitch. I think this is no good for anybody. Mark Cucurella, of course, had the week off because he gave somebody a shove, and these days that's just too much. It's too much for the Premier League. So he'll be back next week, and I think we got an easy draw in the midweek, which is nice for us. We'll see what happens. But Tosin comes in and had to make a pretty good save. Robert Sanchez was very good in that. He made an incredible save as well. So Everton, for a team that had 22% possession, something like that, 24, they went up and had their shots as well. So just Chelsea holding on to the ball too much, not knowing what to do with it. Shitty pitch. That's it. I talked too much about a game that's 0-0. So Chelsea dropped those 2 points. So hopefully they're hoping that somehow the Tottenham Hotspurs will be able to hold Liverpool.
Yeah, that's just so likely.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Cuts first. Oh yeah. At Leicester, King Power Stadium, to the Wolverhampton Wanderers and their new manager, Victor Pereira. There's no C. Victor, which makes no sense. Anyways, his first match in charge. I guess it couldn't have gone any better for him.
It went really well for him.
It went pretty good. Chalo Guedes scores 19 minutes in. I think I'm getting the name right.
I think you did.
I think I'm getting it. Anyways, it's Nelson Semedo with that terrific pass into the box. Yannick Vestergaard and Jurgen Strand Larsen kind of collide.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, maybe they'll disrupt, call the ball dead there. Nope. And it keeps going, and then Guedes gets it. Has that weird little whip kick or whatever, and then kicks into somebody, but somehow this ball goes in. It wasn't a great goalkeeping day.
No.
For Leicester by any means. Anyways, the Wolves get another one 36 minutes in. All goals, by the way, in the first half. Again, there's terrible defending here by James Justin to let Matt Doherty's pass go by him, and he just watches it. What was he watching it for? Did he think it was going to go out?
I have no idea.
There's no speed on it. It's like coming to somewhere. You figure he could easily have just gotten into the way of it. Anyways, Danny Ward in net for Leicester, also not helping out, kind of sliding by it. Rodrigo Gomez scores, maybe one of the weirder goals of the week, but Mateus Cunha, he's the real bright spot here for Wolves all year. He's going to score 144 minutes in, and that's it. So all this about the Wolves and about how terrible they've been. They're only 2 points shy of Leicester now and 4 points shy of Palace. So if they get the first win or whatever, but it's against Leicester. If they get any kind of bump with having Pereira in there, maybe they can scratch their way into some kind of safety here. They got the players, they have the better players, like that the first 18 weeks of this year is why are Wolves this bad? Not why are they bad? They're never should have been 11th. We're thinking 17th or 16th. They shouldn't have been this bad. So we'll see what happens. It might still get relegated. Let's be fair.
Yeah. No Mario Lemina in this game. I guess he was injured. But I thought that the team played really well without him.
Yep. Yeah, they were sharp, especially second half, and Leicester trying to press. And Jamie Vardy did have that one chance that gets knocked off the goal line, but that was in the first half. But yeah, they were solid. Jose Saw was good. Yeah, it's good. It's good to see him go back. Yeah, good to see him get back out there. He was, when this club is actually defending, they don't give up 5 goals. So there you go.
Yeah, they also switched to 3 at the back, which might have helped.
We're going to talk about this. We're going to move. I think that's a good segue. Let's talk about another team that plays 3 at the back. Let's talk about Manchester United. They're taking on Bournemouth at Old Trafford.
I thoroughly enjoyed this game.
And you think by the announcers that United were up at one point, 5-0, because they were in love with this squad. Now, you talk about Lamina wasn't out. Well, Marcus Rashford wasn't in for Manchester United, but we all know why that is. It's because United decide why bother even trying to score anymore.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing. I have no idea what's going on.
thing.
I do like how all the old United guys are all falling apart. Now they're finally saying like, "Oh, Rashford has never been, United quality." Anyways, it's whatever. Look what happens when United doesn't get any of the breaks anymore. This is what happens. So United have a chance in this match to move into the top 10 with a win if they win by 2. So there you go. Bournemouth is looking to leap over City and Villa somehow into 5th. Now, Everton's been playing that 3-4-3. And then you look across, and having Fernandez up on the left side like that far, or the right. I don't understand any of this.
I don't understand it either.
4 of the poorest midfielders in football employed right now. What are they doing? What Don't fix it. Whatever you guys do.
They're doing the best they can with the players they have. It's just that the players they have are all terrible.
Mason Mount, 60-something million pounds. Okay. First goal comes about 30 minutes in. Free kick. Ryan Christie heads it in. Ryan Christie's free kick gets headed in by Dean Huijsen. The sauce. He has the sauce to score at Old Trafford.
He scored a few goals lately.
Yeah, I just wanted to say Huijsen sauce. Now, in the 59th minute, Justin Kluivert. Okay, is that one of the... well, I guess there was a couple of tackles in the Spurs match against Chelsea last week that were bad, but this one here by Nusser Mazraoui on Kluivert is awful.
It's horrible.
He's late. Like, he never tries to get the ball. He's only going for the foot.
This was always a penalty. I saw some people online trying to say this was not a penalty, and I was like, what are you watching? This is a clear penalty.
I think they got into the eggnog a little early.
They might have.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
or I guess it was in
England.
It was in England, so it was mid-afternoon. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, Craig Pawson had no trouble putting the spot. I guess he took like a second. It's like, yeah, that's it. What am I doing? That's a penalty. Kluivert gets converted. He puts it up high, makes it 2-0. It only takes 2 minutes for them to score again. Dango Ouattara finding Antoine Semenyo, and this is the other time I'm saying it's again through like 5 defenders.
Yeah, just like people just standing there watching, playing at all. What are they doing? If I was the coach of those players, what are they doing?
Like, I mean, if you are Ruben Amorim,
yeah, like why? That's not acceptable.
No,
at all.
It's terrible. There's instances of worse defending in the last match we'll talk about, but these guys are. I think these guys are paid all right. They make more than minimum wage. I can guarantee it.
Yes,
and they are not earning said money for sure. One person who was earning money was Kepa. I think Kepa was very good.
Kepa was good in this game.
He made some really good saves. And United had some good chances, and they were just putting it wide. And Bruno Fernandes had a real good chance of putting it wide. So they're not even going to count as attempts on and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
United is 13th spot for Christmas.
Yep. Love it.
Looks like someone got his wish. All right.
Like the plight of the Manchester teams right now could not make me happier.
I wish I could, I wish I could draw. I'd do a children's book about it. It'd be the best. Like little drawings, like sad Pep all the time.
This is the first time I think they said United hasn't been in the top 10 at Christmas since like 1989. I love it.
Yeah, it is terrific. Next, and finally, Tottenham versus Liverpool. If there was ever a
I
game,
loved and hated this.
yes, there's ever a game you just want to see two teams lose.
Yeah.
It'd be this one, but like even Chelsea's trailing Liverpool, so even though all the players, the manager is saying, "Oh, we're not in this title race," well, they're in a title race right now for whether they like it or not. Someone has to be against Liverpool. Liverpool is going to falter at some point, guys, and I still don't believe they win this thing. Yeah, we get a. It's because it's Christmas, and they wanted to do something special for all the folks back home and just not play defense
No,
at
there's
all.
no defense in this match.
9 goals at
Yeah.
the North London Spittoon. That's what it's this year. Yeah. Luis Diaz opening the scoring 23 minutes in. I'm shocked it took that long.
Yeah.
Liverpool had at least 4 good chances. I think Salah put one off the crossbar. Yeah, his was a really nicely directed header. Something you don't see too often, but actually putting it where he wanted it to go instead of just trying to put it in force. Alexis McAllister gets the second one. This is another shocker. First goal of the season for Alexis McAllister.
That is surprising.
That's in the 36th minute. Fraser Forster, though. Well, you have to beat him to that ball. It's coming in, so why weren't you just running to get the ball? Take the contact, ridiculous. You just stood there. Keep it up, though. I hope you keep it up for the rest of the year.
I hope he keeps just keep standing there.
Yeah. James Madison gets that one back from outside the box. 5 minutes later, boy, did Virgil van Dijk whine about this, thinking that, someone was fouled on the lead up to this. It's like, well, I didn't see it. A, B, he was absolutely screaming at the ref, and the ref was just walking by. Why didn't the ref turn around and tell him to shut his yap?
He should have, and he should have gotten a yellow card for that because that's definitely dissent.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Liverpool back to getting a couple of calls for them. Whatever. It's against Spurs. No one's going to cry about it too much. Dominic Szoboszlai regains the 2-goal advantage before the break. This is where the Spurs defenders were like I said, they were like 6-year-olds at Ladybugs. They were more in it for the orange slices at this point, just kind of wandering around and picking daffodils or stuff like that.
They were awful.
They were awful. And no one in the middle. There was like 3 guys bunched together looking at the grass when the school goes. It's incredible. Mo Salah. I like what I wrote about this because when the announcer said it, I thought it was the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. So I made sure I wrote it down. Mo Salah, he gets a goal. Again, it's just awful clearing. They just decided, we're just going to whiff on the ball that's directly in front of our crease, and Mo Salah's in the area. It's probably safe and sound. So obviously Salah scores. The announcer says, and it's that Northern Irish guy again. He's very proud of this. Mo Salah becomes what does he say? Liverpool's all-time 4th leading scorer. The stupidest thing I have ever heard.
That is the dumbest thing.
He's the all-time 4th best.
All-time 4th leading scorer.
Oh my
That's
god.
very funny.
Yeah. He Salah gets a break. And 7 minutes later, Don Szoboszlai is in the Christmas spirit here again. 2-on-1. Nice easy pass over to Salah. And you know that Liverpool's all-time 4th greatest goal scorer isn't going to miss this one.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. 5-1. Spurs bowl a couple back through Kulusevski. The 72nd. Dom Solanski is going to score again in the 83rd. And then
Solanki scored.
Yeah.
My commentator goes, "Are we set for a grandstand finish here?" And then immediately, Liverpool scores again.
Yeah, Luis Diaz puts the star on the tree for Christmas lead up week. 6-3. He gets a brace. Liverpool's back up to 4 points clear. They have that game in hand. I do enjoy that. Well, I don't even know if I enjoy. You know what? I don't enjoy. I do not enjoy that people are questioning Ange Postecoglou's tactics and his high line that he won't ever switch off. In fact, I'm going to tell Postecoglou, I have your back, and I want you to coach Spurs for the next 70 years.
But he's going to win a trophy.
Never
change.
change.
It's his second season. He always wins a trophy in his second season.
He'll win a trophy somehow. He'll win one of those Ladybugs trophies when everybody gets one. And it's like, yeah, there. I told you. It says participant. All right. That's it for the week. It was a fun week. Not a result that, a couple of results I didn't love, but at least it was a fun week of football to watch.
It was a fun week. As the festive fixtures kick off.
They have kicked off, for goodness sakes, and we're going to be busy over the next couple of weeks. I'm going to do something rare for us. I'm going to have a Friday show, or maybe a Saturday. We'll see when we put it out, but I'm going to recap this first week because it's a double week through Christmas. Who wants to have a huge giant size up? I'll try and fit in a couple here like we usually do. I don't know if Adelia you can make it, but I'll
make the Friday one. Might make the Friday one. Will not make the one around New Year's Day.
The New Year's Day one. So yeah, we'll do our best to bring you all the starting 11 you can stomach over the next couple of weeks. Speaking of all the starting 11 I can stomach. So we go over to our predictions. Turns out I'm not very good at predicting. I believe I mentioned this last time.
Do you know who was really good at predicting this week?
I have it written down. It isn't you. It's that goddamn witch, Ferris Muthana. He is a witch.
I was in our Discord, which you can be part of our Discord by joining us over on Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/LGR_network. Sure. I was in our Discord talking to Matt and Ryan in voice chat, and I was like, this Ferris, he doesn't even watch the Premier League. How is he so good at the Premier League?
Witch. Yeah, I'm going to burn him at the stake. But he'd probably put a spell on me. He already has. That's why I'm so charmed by him. Now,
yeah,
he gets 8 right.
We love you, Ferris. We do.
Did you see the 2 matches he missed? Like a fool. Like a fool. Somehow he missed the draw for Fulham and Southampton. And the Wolves win. He gets every other one right.
That's insane.
Including the Chelsea draw, which is pretty remarkable. I thought, well, there's only one thing to do, and that's for one of us to go get 9 right this week. But
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I would appreciate it if I got 4 right this week because I'm always trying to pick drama things and not just pick what's right. I think that's what Ferris gets it. Now, it's gonna start off with something that was so easy to pick over the just a few months ago. But City is at home to Everton. Everton 2 clean sheets in a row, going to the Etihad. Yeah. But the City can't lose this one, right?
I don't think City's going to lose this one.
Yeah, I'm picking City to win.
I think City has a fairly easy schedule over the next week. And
they've had trouble with Southampton. They've had so much. They have trouble with anybody. They have trouble with anybody.
That's true. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on over there, but I do feel like they could probably win against Everton.
If this game is even tight, I think it breaks them. I think mentally it just breaks them if they aren't broken already.
It might, okay. Yeah.
Moving on. London Derby. I don't know how many people care about it, but Bournemouth and Crystal Palace.
How is that a London Derby?
Sorry. I keep mixing up Bournemouth and Brentford in my head.
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Bournemouth is not in London.
I see the red and I see a B. And I said, oh, that's Brentford and Crystal Palace, a London Derby. Nope.
I'm going to go Bournemouth.
Yeah, Crystal Palace.
Palace is playing better, but I just think Bournemouth are playing really well right now.
Well, they didn't. Well, yeah, they're gonna be Crystal Palace. Anyone's gonna be good enough to beat Crystal Palace. Now, the supposed battle of Fulham. There's only one team in Fulham. I think we all know that to be true, though. Chelsea is gonna take on Fulham. Chelsea should beat the hell out of these guys.
Chelsea should win. Yeah.
Go to bed without supper afterwards too. Newcastle and Villa. This could be a good match.
I think this will be a good match. I'm going Villa.
These are all Thursday matches. I went for Villa as well because it's Newcastle and they may have scored 4 goals this week, but next week they could
There's
be
no
awful.
guarantee that they're going to
Yeah.
do that this week.
Villa coming off a big win against City.
Yeah.
Forest at home to Spurs, and this is another match that is going to be very interesting to watch.
Yes, I'm going Forest.
Forest likes to win at home. I'm going to go Forest as well. Now, the Saints take on the Hammers at St. Mary's Stadium.
West Ham.
Ooh, yeah. Gee whiz. Wouldn't it be fun if that's a draw? This is why, guys, I never win these weeks ever, and I always get very few matches right because I am going to go for a draw just because, wouldn't this be fun? I go for a draw for that match. Wolves and Man United. Now, this one could be a weird one, too.
This one, I'm picking a draw.
Ooh, that's a smart pick. That's a smart pick. I do think United are going to win, but it sucks that I'd have to actually do it. It's the last match on the. No, there's no. This is. Oh, yeah, they have such weird times. Oh, yeah, there's 8 games on Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
I'm going to pick United, and I don't like it. Okay.
Okay.
And the next match should be pretty cut and dry. Liverpool takes on Leicester.
Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool's going to beat them up.
Yeah.
Last 2 matches. Brighton against that Bournemouth. I'm just kidding, Brentford.
I went for a draw on that one as well.
Ooh. Will Brentford score again? They lose their scoring touch. I'm picking Brentford. I'm taking Brentford. Okay. Brighton's form has also been kind of wonky over the last little bit.
It has been, yeah. I think they're winless in 5 games now.
Brentford has had a stumble, but I think they're going to pick themselves back up. The last week might be tight one as well, and I'm sure you're going to pick a draw. But I'm going to pick Arsenal to beat Ipswich.
Arsenal.
All right, we'll see. I think you just copied my answer, though.
No, I did not.
Okay. That's it.
All right. That's it for this Christmas Eve edition of Starting 11.
Yep.
I hope everyone out there has a wonderful holiday tomorrow. If you celebrate it. If you don't, I hope you have a wonderful day.
Sure.
Snark, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me roasting chestnuts by an open fire. You know what I mean? You can also find you and I together on the Rewatchers Council. It's currently on a break until beginning of the year, just because it kind of fit in right where we were with the series, with the Buffy taking a break over the New Year's bit or whatever, and they're going to get back into it with gingerbread in the new year. And again, it's just a run of so many great episodes in the third season, so watch for that. We like to do those live Thursdays, so they'll be coming back soon. LGRN after LGRN after Snark, that'll be happening this weekend. It'll be the last show of 2024. What a year it was. So I think we're talking Skeleton Crew. I think we're talking about the 5 movies or TV series that we're looking forward to in 2025. So that's going to be a lot of fun as well. And I think for now, that's it. How about you, madam?
I don't have much else to do except be on this show and Rewatchers Council anymore. So Rewatchers Council will be back January 9th at 3 p.m. Pacific, live on the Entertainment Channel. There is a link to that channel in the description of this episode. Please go over there and subscribe. We just hit 1,000 subscribers on that channel a few days ago. We're really excited about it. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. And thank you, everyone who subscribed to this channel, because we're past 200 subscribers on this channel now as well. So thank you. And we will be back, like Snark said, Friday or Saturday, depending on when the episode goes up, with another episode of Starting 11. Until next time, everybody, we are out of here.